going through the program, you're not positioning yourself like everybody else. Basically, you're positioning yourself as a solution to a problem. I mean, the marketing, like I said, man, I've never seen anything like it. It is insane. I'm telling you, man, and I'm being honest. I'm being 100% transparent right now. It's insane. The marketing approach that you take, there's no reason for someone not to want to call you. It's crazy. Never seen anything. I was gonna say, with that said, what are some of the obstacles that people might face getting started in this this particular niche?
Okay, and so here's what most of you are used to. Okay, and I know as you're listening, I'm like, damn it, he's right. 138 cities over 6-7 year period. So I mean, beat my head against the wall month after month after month times 6-7 years. Okay, here's what I know. Testing all these different techniques to get a homeowner to understand why you might be a solution. Here's what most people do, and here's the barrier of entry, which works to your advantage if you have a real blueprint, like our tax delinquent blueprint, right? Here's what most people do. When somebody's about to lose their house at tax sale, here's what 99% of all investors do. They send out marketing that says, and you know what I'm gonna, Jamel, you know what I'm gonna say. They send out marketing that says this. Hey, before you lose your house at tax sale, let me put some cash in your pocket. They have 100 of those. You know why? Our acquisitions teams across the nation that go on those appointments in this niche, they're like, yeah, look, I got 15 postcards here saying the same, right? Saying the same old stuff. And so we already know when we go on these appointments, there's everybody's marketing, everybody just throwing money, caution to the wind, and just throwing money away on their marketing budget, trying to be consistent, and that's all they do. Drives me crazy, right? So when everybody else is doing it, here's how those phone calls go. Hey, yeah, you're one of 15. I just decided to call you. So now it's the luck of the draw with your marketing effort, which sucks, right? Nobody likes to, oh yeah, you're one of 15. I just decided to call yours, and go ahead and make me your cash offer, just like everybody else did. That's the nature of the phone call. So that's the uphill climb that you have if you do it like everybody's been taught to do in Facebook and YouTube land, right? Testing it out over 6-7 year period in 100 plus cities, there's a different way to do it. So what we did, which again, you went through it, and before we even came on today, you're like, dude, the stuff that you guys, it's not even fair. So we positioned ourselves. Think about this. Once we zeroed in on the marketing pieces that were winning, then we dove deep on the backside, which is creating a whole program around that technique that win. It shifts their brain. So what we do is we come from a tax assistance approach, and a lot of people here's what I've had a few people, including yourself, Jamel, say, hey, share a little bit of tips about it. I've had people try and run with it and then fall on their face. Here's why. Then say, hey, we want to give you tax assistance, and then they don't know what to do next. So what we did is we built all around that a full-blown program, approval, denial for tax assistance, and tax education behind it. They have to go through and answer some questions, and we give them different options, and it is not centered around buying their house. So Jamel, here's the fun part. You know what kind of phone calls we get? Hey, I'm calling you about tax assistance code TAC 424001. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'd like to see if you could assist me somehow. Sounds good. So we're going to ask you about your financial position, a little bit about the house. And again, what we built out on the back end, which took us about the better part of 3/4 of a year of fine tuning over thousands of phone calls and Q&A back and forth with homeowners. We've zeroed in on how to get their attention, how to do it the right way, how to offer them multiple options that does not start with ever talking about buying their house, and give them real options that they could use potentially to help out their situation. And here's what I know when we get those phone calls. When they call us, they're calling us asking about a tax assistance code. And then we walk them through a full-blown Q&A. We tell them, give us 48 hours. We're going to evaluate everything. We're going to come back and give you several options. And what happens is all of a sudden you're like, hey, give me everything that you can to give me some assistance on this particular property. And so what happens is when they call you, they're open to answering any question you have. They spill their freaking guts. They're like, hey, tell me about your financial situation. Here's what it is. Tell me about the house. Does it need work? Yes, it needs 4 windows, 3 ceiling fans, 2 light covers, 1 shrub is burnt out on the left side of the house. They want to know how you could truly help them, right? You could say, what's my favorite color? They'll go purple. They'll tell you everything under the sun to win this game. And so the approach is light years ahead of what everybody else does. We have a full-blown approval denial system process that homeowners can follow. And what happens is this: we help them come to the decision that, based upon their situation, based upon their financial situation, their house, other extraneous circumstances going on, they come to their own conclusion that maybe I do need to sell this property. And when we came to them being the most helpful, we win the game.